Hey there guys, I'm back again with some LEGO news and updates. As some of you already know, LEGO originally launched their Indiana Jones LEGO series, as well as the video game back in 2008. The LEGO sets were based on two of the Indiana Jones first films, Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. From The Last Crusade, they had the fighter plane attack scene where you had Indiana and his dad, who was played by the legendary actor Sir Sean Connery. In one of the scenes, if you recall, the dad looks at Indy and says, yeah, this is funny. They got us. I always love that. I always loved that scene and how the dad straight up lies to hide the fact that it was actually he who shot the tail of the plane. I always thought that was a little funny back and forward between Indy and the dad. And another LEGO set they had from the Raiders of the Lost Ark, you had the Lost Tomb scene where Indy and Marion were thrown into the tomb that was filled with snakes. And anyone who's an Indiana Jones fan knows how Indiana feels about snakes.
Snakes.
Always snakes. That was another good scene they had from that movie. Later that same year, LEGO released a set alongside the release of the fourth film in the Indy franchise, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I must say that wasn't my favorite of the series. I didn't really feel the whole alien hook, but hey, it's Indiana Jones, so I was just happy to see him on the screen again. That set was depicting the scene where Indy and the cohorts were running from the Temple of the Crystal Skull. Sets from the Temple of Doom film weren't released until the following year, 2009, which included the recreation of the iconic Minecart Chase sequence where Indy, Willie, and Short Round were being chased from the temple. One of my favorite scenes. You know, it's funny, just talking about all these Indiana Jones films makes me want to go into the basement and dust off the old box set that I bought years ago and have myself a movie marathon. I guess I'm revealing my age talking about a box set, right? Like as if they even have VHS anymore. So anyway, yeah. Last year, LEGO announced that they were releasing new updated Indiana Jones sets, no doubt in anticipation of the fifth and possibly final installment of the Indy saga, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is slated to be released June 30th of this year. So far, what we know is that they have 4 sets to be released. One set is a fighter plane scene from the Last Crusade movie. Another set, they have the escape from the Lost Tomb. Again with the snakes.
Why did it have to be
funny? So pretty much a follow-up to the original Lost Tomb set from Raiders of the Lost Ark. This time it seems as if they're showing when Indy and Marion actually escaped the tomb. Third set they have is the Temple of Doom iconic scene where they have the cult leader performing sacrifices on the altar. One of my favorite lines, I always like to tease the kids, Kalima shut the day. Yeah, this scene terrified me as a kid. I don't know what it is, but that one scene from that movie always stood out to me. I don't know if it's how the actor delivered the line, but I had to do it again. I always love that scene when I want to scare the kids, like I'm going to rip their heart out their chest, right? So anyway, and the fourth set, which is probably my most anticipated piece, is the Temple of the Golden Idol set. This is where, as all Indiana Jones fans recall, this is where Indy is introduced to fans around the world. And I think this was when I fell in love with Indiana Jones as a kid. And funnily enough, a young unknown actor at the time, Alfred Molina, who's probably more known now for his role as Doc Ock in Spider-Man, actually played Indy's assistant in that movie. These are like classic, iconic scenes. Who tried to double cross him, but unfortunately you pay the price when you try to double cross Indiana Jones. So yeah, that was a good scene. That's gonna be a really good piece. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on that one. That looks like something you put together and you just kind of stick it up there on the mantelpiece, and when you have friends and family over, you just kind of show it off. So I'm looking forward to that. But in all honesty, I'll say, like a kid in a candy store, I can't wait to get my hands on these sets. I've been a huge Indiana Jones fan since I was young. So much so that when I was a kid, and you know how the teachers would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? My first choice, in honesty, was I wanted to be an archaeologist. I always wanted to be an archaeologist. I always thought it would be cool to go on these whimsical adventures, and I just thought it would be so fun and so cool. And that was right up until I found out that real archaeologists don't actually spend their days globetrotting, going on death-defying adventures and rescuing women and children from madmen. Most of them spend their days in the hot sun with a little toothbrush, brushing off sand off of artifacts that they discover. So I said, maybe archaeologist isn't really for me. So yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm really looking forward to this. They're supposed to be coming out April 2023. Fingers crossed. The countdown is on. I can't wait. If I have any other news, I'll be sure to bring it out to you guys. But until then, I'll speak to you guys again very soon. And as they say, keep building.